Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your engine oil and do a tire rotation on a 10th gen Honda Civic. So let's get right to it. So the stuff you'll need will be 2 4-jack stands, floor jack, a socket set, breaker bar, an impact gun. You don't really need it if you have a breaker bar. Gloves, an oil catch pan, a funnel, a oil filter wrench, and a Honda engine oil washer. For the engine oil and filter, we'll be using a OEM Honda oil filter and Valvoline 0W20 full synthetic advanced. Now you can also use mobile one, I believe it's 110. That's what I'd use on my black Civic, or you can just stick with OEM. Now the jacking points on these cars are quite simple. Go underneath the car, look for a pinch weld, and as you can see, that is a pinch weld right here. And they'll be safe to jack up the car and put your floor jack here. Now I don't really recommend jacking up on that, but it will still work and it'll get the job done. I also forgot to mention, my car's lowered over there, so I can't really do this method, but if you still have a stock Civic, you can't really see it, but there's a jacking point somewhere in the middle of there that you can jack up the car and the whole front end will come up. If you watch the how to replace the CV axle, you'll see it better, but I'm gonna jack it up right here and then put the jack stand in. Now whenever you do this, make sure your e-brake is on. Now before we do tire rotation, if you only have a breaker bar, before you jack up the car, make sure you crack open your lugs. But I'm just going to use an impact gun and do it from the air. Now we have the fronts jacked up. We can use the floor jack to jack up the backside, and then we'll start removing these wheels. To jack up the back, all we need is a floor jack. There is a pinch weld right there. So we can go ahead and just lift up the car ever so slightly where the wheel is off the ground, and then we can take off the wheels and rotate them. So what we can do is do the following method. I put it on the screen here. We'll put these two fronts in the back, and the rears will go in a diagonal angle. When you're rotating it to the back, I like to visualize the tires to make sure there's no nails and no damages on it, and this looks fine. This will go to the front left. This will go to the back. This will go to the front right. Make sure the tire is not directional, and it is not, so we're good. I also like to visualize the brakes. Oh wow, she needs brakes. She needs brake pads. She needs brake pads in the rear. Oh man, new pads, and then basically you need new pads here too. Put on the tire. And then I'm just gonna tighten it up. You can tighten it up by hand, like that, and then do that for the rest of the tires. Alright, now since the car is done on the stand, we don't need it to be in the air anymore. Let's go ahead and torque it down to 80 to 90 foot-pounds of torque on both sides, and make sure you do a star pattern. I'll only record one wheel, but it's the same as the other wheels.
Alright, the next step is the oil change, and if you have ramps, just go over the ramps with the car, but if you don't, use the floor jack it up, and then secure it with jack stands, and that's about it.
I didn't really want to try to drive over, start the car, because I'm lazy. So I just jacked it up on the point and just slid this over. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Let's go ahead and pop on the hood. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the fill cap. Do a ventilator like this. Let's go ahead and go under this little guy, and the oil filter is right here. Make sure I open up this cap here. That would have been pretty bad. And also open up this vent hole. 17mm. Make sure your camera is ready to go. Dude, that's 90 foot-pounds of torque right there. What? Finally got it. 110 foot-pounds of torque on this drain bolt. Are you kidding me? I can't even loosen this by hand. Are you joking? Oh my god. What are they put like anti-seize on that? What? I don't understand. Come down here. Alright. Let's see what this is. What in the world is this? It's like a gasket. Yeah, you don't use those. You use OEM Honda washers. Look at that. That's size difference. You kidding me? Oh, what the heck, Valvoline? What is this? Let's go ahead and clean this drain bolt. Inspect the bolt, make sure it's good, and then put your actual washer back on here. I'll link the washers I bought from Amazon. It's like a 50 pack or something. Pretty nice, and used it on all my Honda cars, no problem. There we go. How simple was that, Valvoline? Could have just done this. Kidding me? Let's go ahead and install our new Honda filter. All it is to it. Take a little bit of oil, lubricate the O-ring, and then screw this back on. And then, and only then, you just hand tighten this. There you go. Boom, done. Oil capacity is 4.4. Then we can just leave 0.6. Let's go ahead and start the car, and we'll roll it down and check for any leaks. I don't see any leaks. Go ahead and check the dipstick real quick. As you can see, it's right at the minimum line right here. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more engine oil. And as you can see, it is right in the middle. So we're good to go. And that, my friends, is how you do an engine oil change and tire rotation on a 10th gen Honda Civic. See you guys in the next time. Peace.